Bueno, voy a hablar en español, perdón. Nada, muy contento por el partido que hizo el equipo, por la victoria acá de visitante, era muy importante sumar a tres. Eh, Así que nada, contento por el equipo y por la victoria.
Yeah, very very happy tonight for the team, especially to get this win out here on the road and in the heat. It's a good 3 points for the team tonight, so really happy and ready to go.
Bueno, fue un gol de salida, es una de las cosas que tanto practicamos, que tanto nos estamos entrenando. La verdad que fue una transición muy buena por parte del equipo, hicimos las cosas muy bien, muy rápido y bueno, Tincho llegó y cuando vi que Tincho llegó sé que él siempre está dispuesto a tirar el centro ahí y bueno, tiró el centro y gracias a Dios la pude empujar.
Yeah, no, it's a goal that was a transition goal, an exit goal. It's something that we worked on a lot this week in training, and it was a great transition by the team. We brought it forward well, and then once Team Two arrived in the spot that he did, I know that he's always going to like to move it towards the center and open up spaces. So as soon as he did that, I was able to get in the right spot and push it towards goal and push us ahead.
Bueno, obviamente que uno siempre sueña con hacer muchos goles, con hacer hat-trick, que es algo que me falta, que anhelo hacer. Eh, Siento que tuve varias oportunidades de gol hoy, situaciones en las cuales pude convertir dos y las otras lamentablemente no. Me voy con la espina esa, pero más que nada seguir empujando para los próximos partidos, seguir intentando hacer goles y nada, igual obviamente contento por convertir, hice dos, me gustaría haber hecho más porque tuve para hacer bastantes, eh, pero bueno, ya vendrá, si Dios quiere.
Yeah, one always wants to score a lot of goals, and when you do, the thing you want to do is to score a hat trick. That's one of the things that's escaped me so far, and I was able to score two tonight. I had a few other opportunities to score tonight that didn't go in situations, but. You have to be happy with this with the goals that you scored. I scored two tonight. Of course, I want to score more, but we keep pushing forward. Try and score some more in the next game because we need to keep pushing ourselves forward and keep winning.
Eso es algo que también entrenamos, obviamente, la presión alta, también la presión tras pérdida, es algo que sabíamos que íbamos a hacer un gol así porque nos lo dijeron que ellos se confían mucho y bueno, así fue. Hicimos la presión, Edu la recuperó bien y justo me quedó ahí. Bueno, gracias a Dios hice el gol, pero bueno, es algo que entrenamos y sabíamos que íbamos a tener la chance de poder convertir un gol de esa manera.
Yeah, it's another thing that we trained on this week, and it was something that we told ourselves that we could score from because they had a lot of confidence in the way that they were building out. We worked with the high press and the back press as well, and we were able to take advantage of that tonight and get it high up the field, and then thankfully I was able to score on the chance that we were able to turn over in that situation. But like I said, it's something that we trained and worked really hard on this week.
No entendí.
Uh, que tuviste buen 30 minutos en que estás jugando bien, que el equipo está jugando bien y como 15 minutos en el primer tiempo en que ellos están peleando al partido otra vez. ¿Y qué hicieron ustedes a tener sus oportunidades en esos 15 minutos?
Bueno, creo que, como decís vos, hicimos tres goles rápidos. Creo que fueron las tres que nos quedaron, las tres que hicimos gol. Y después es algo que tenemos que mejorar, el mantener el arco en cero, más teniendo una ventaja muy grande de tres goles arriba. Pero bueno, creo que las primeras tres que tuvimos convertimos y después tuvimos muchas. Yo tuve una que se me fue el control largo, tuvimos otras que nos quedaron y nos convertimos y ellos llegaron y ellos también juegan y ellos también atacan, más cuando van perdiendo por tres goles. y bueno, se pusieron ahí a tono. Es algo que tenemos que mejorar, pero creo que salimos de la manera correcta en el segundo tiempo y pudimos mantener el arco en cero y ganar el partido.
As you said, we were able to score 3 goals really quickly, and we had some great transitions, and we were able to score on some of those. But then they play too. They came attacking as well, and more so when we were up 3 goals, and they had to fight to get back in the game. It's there's some different things that we need to work on with ourselves to try and maintain the clean sheet tonight, especially when we've got an advantage of 3 goals that early in the game. But like I said, it's something that we have to atone for and improve as we move further into the season because they're always going to be attacking, but keeping the clean sheet is on us as a team.
Bueno, jeje, no, bueno, uno como jugador de fútbol obviamente siempre quiere jugar, quiere estar. Pero bueno, uno trata de ayudar al equipo del lugar donde le toque, entrando del banco, jugando de titular, siempre en mi caso voy a dar el máximo y tratar de ayudar al equipo dejando todo dentro de la cancha, haciendo goles, porque soy delantero, eh, defendiendo, pero bueno, yo voy a dar el máximo si me toca de arranque, si me toca entrar del banco, si no me toca entrar, siempre voy a tirar para adelante porque este grupo es así y somos un grupo muy unido y queremos todo lo mismo, que es el objetivo que todos queremos, que es salir campeones.
Yeah, I mean, as a football player, you always wanna play, you always want to start the most impact for your team that you possibly can. But the way I am and the way that we are as professional footballers is whether we start the game or whether we're asked to enter the game from the bench or even if we're not selected to go into the game at all, we always have to push forward. For my part, I'm always going to give 100% no matter what my role is because we have to push forward like that. We're a very united team, and that's the way we are, all of us.
And we want to be all the objective champion.
And we all want to be complete our objective, which is to be champions. All right, we'll wrap up there, and we'll have head coach Oscar Pereira next.
First, I want to recognize to the players the effort. Incredible, incredible heat today on the pitch, the humidity, and I think everybody noticed it at the end. But the effort was constant, and I want to remark that the effort of the players just took these 3 points out of a game that it was very well played, especially in the first half, where we have the majority of the chances. We scored 3 goals, and we could have scored probably a couple, one more, but um, we end up just conceding them 2 goals and make them believe on the game. So that became a challenge for the second half, where we start the half more timid and they get some confidence. But at the same time, in that second half, we play very smart and we did what we needed. We contained this the numerical superiority that they wanted to do. And in the moments that we arrived to the box, we were very dangerous. I think we were the team who has the most chances. And as I said at the beginning, we could have scored more goals. And then the 4 goal came and just gave us more tranquility with the result. So it was a great game, a great 3 points for us, and we take it to Orlando.
Great. We will go next to Austin David.
Oscar, congratulations on the win. You kind of mentioned it a second ago, just the fast start, 3 goals in the first 22 minutes. But what did you kind of see from your perspective after that point as, like you said, St. Louis kind of got back into the game and made it a 1 goal game right before half?
Uh, I thought we have 2 very clear chances to put the game even further away from uh, for San Luis. We missed it. And in that moment, they reacted well. Uh, they scored that first goal. And it seems like uh, we lost a little bit of control of the ball. That it was remarkable in the first part, in those first 30 minutes. But then when we lost control of the ball, San Luis started believing on the game. And they scored that one second goal, were a mistake that we made. But I want to recognize the matureness of the group on the second half. Not any easy. A game that we could easily probably score 4 or 5 goals in the first half. We end up just being challenged in the second one. So it's the game. It just taught us today that the game doesn't finish until you finish, and you have to be um, not just clever, but you have to be consistency, especially when you have clear options.
We will go next to Michael Citro.
Oscar, thanks for your time. It looked tonight like you went in with a game plan that you were going to, at least as long as the heat would allow you to press high and be able to take advantage of St. Louis trying to play out. And also, you look like you had a ton of room in the midfield, to a lot of space to run into, especially on the counter. Was that what you saw on film in the lead up to this game?
Right, Michael. We saw in San Luis a group that they aggressively want to play it out of the back, and especially their goalkeeper. We were sure that with the pressure that we were doing, we may have a chance on that phase of the game. That really happened with the goal that Marco scored. But I think the spaces in the middle was probably the best part of our game, because those spaces were created by our players. The way they sequence, the way they move, and they allow us to keep the ball in a certain times long enough to reserve some energy, and that helped us, especially in that first half. But again, and the second half, it was a challenge. Also, because the heat, Michael, was incredible. It was so hot today.
We will go next to Mike Ramajo.
Thanks, Lucas. Profe, well, first, congratulations on the victory tonight. Ramiro Enrique, obviously a player that has been just evolving in the last few seasons with Orlando. A little bit of a slow start this season, and now lately he's been finding his scoring rhythm. How important was tonight for him? 2 goals, could have been a hat trick tonight, but obviously with Duncan McGuire out with after the surgery, and now him competing with Luis Muriel, how important is the second half of the season going to be for Ramiro, for him to just really be that target striker that you've always wanted him to be?
Ramiro has a tremendous talent, and the best of his game is the effort, the hard work that he has, that he never surrender. He is always pushing. If he's starting the game or he's coming from the bench, he's always giving his all for the team. So today we thought that he was a key player for us. During the week, we worked with him because we needed that energy and the way he stretched defenders. Also, because our initiative was to press them in that first third of the field, and he was going to be a key for us in doing that. So I think the match suited perfectly for him, and he did a tremendous job. He could score probably 2 more goals, but I really recognize his effort. He's a key player for us, whether starting or coming from the bench.
We will go back to Michael Citro.
Oscar, one of the big roster moves in the offseason was selling Facu Torres and bringing in Marco. And I think a lot of fans probably didn't know what to expect from Marco, but he has been extremely clinical with his finishing tonight. We saw that again, especially on the second goal where he shot it between the defender's legs. How has he been able to come in from Croatia and adjust so quickly to MLS?
Right. Well, that's all our scouting department needs to recognize that work and the club and trying to bring us a player who suits us, and a player who has similarities with the characteristics that Haku had. The surprise is that the way he adjusts to the league, to the group, has been so fast. And I may say that he even improved our position in there. So with all what Facu has gave us too and the love that we have for him, I think Marco is taking that position to the next level. He's scoring talent, the way he glue with the group. Uh, Socially, he's an incredible kid too. So we're so blessed to have him.
And we will go ahead and toss it to the room next there. Whoever's in the room can go ahead.
Hi, Oscar. First of all, congratulations for the fantastic win
Thank
on the road. I was going to ask you about your decision to start Enrique instead of Muriel, but you've answered that perfectly.
Mhm.
But how does it feel to have, as a manager, to have such talent in attack with the likes of Enrique and Ojeda, the speed of Angulo? Does it ever dictate how you approach games on the road or against the best sides in the league? Is that your
Right.
approach?
Well, we're very happy with the production that the strikers and forwards had in so far in the league. It's not easy to have that consistency. But you're right, we're happy, we're blessed to have these guys that glue together. Whether you start Muriel or you start Ramiro, it seems like the effort doesn't or is not given less than what they do all the time. And I think that gluing that they have among them is increasing every day, and we're happy. I think they're working so hard, and they love each other, and they combining well. So it's our strength indeed.
And we'll go last question back on the Zoom to Austin David.
Oscar, I just wanted to ask you about Alex Freeman. Obviously, he's been so important to this team, but earlier before the game, he was announced as an MLS All-Star. Just his progression over this year to now culminate with a U.S. men's national team call-up and now an MLS All-Star. Just how proud are you of his journey to this point and to be able to make it to a game like that?
We're very proud, the club, the teammates, the fans, the Orlando City family. We congratulate Alex for such an achievement in short time. Well deserved. I think he represents us in a great manner. Uh, we just have joy to know that Alex is progressing that much and really represent the academy, the coaches, and the people who has been involved with him in the process. Um, Happy. We're proud, and we congratulate Alex.
Oscar, thank you for your time. Congrats on the win and safe travels back to Orlando.
Thank you, guys.